Hi everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw REVALI from Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity on Nintendo Switch. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Okay, alright, so this one's a really cool character, so I'm trying to make him stay cool as best I can. And what I mean by that is, come on, he's a cool big bird guy, you know, so what can I do, you know? So I'm trying to think of like one of his hands up like this, the other one's in kind of not really a fighting pose, but yeah, maybe something like that. Maybe we do this one up as well. So it's almost kind of like holding them up. You can see what I'm doing. I don't know why I do that. Like you can actually see the angle of what I'm doing with my arms. But yeah, maybe something like this, where he's like in a almost like a fighting pose, you know? It's really about the movement, like what movement I can get him to look like he's in. That's what it's going to come down to. And then how I can keep the coolness factor going, you know? Because also, I only got a couple of details of his face, you know? So is everybody enjoying the game? You guys playing? You should at least try, right? It looks fun. It looks super fun. But you know, that's why we're here. You know, we're here to draw whatever we can. And even if you don't like it, if you're not playing the game, you should still try to draw, because you know we're getting in some good practice of something different. And that's the most important part, is you're doing something you normally don't do, and you're going to get better. And I want to say like build up an arsenal of skills, basically is what I'm trying to say. But that's the best way to look at it, is like, you know, even if you don't like drawing some of this stuff, like, yeah, but you can practice at doing something different that you normally don't do, and you're gonna get better, because you know you're practicing, you're stretching your drawing muscles. You know, that's the best way to look at it. And even though it might not be exactly what you want to do, it's practice. Like I remember in our class we would do stuff like we look the whole draw fruit, you know? It's like, ugh, fruit, boring. But, you know, it actually wasn't, because it was practice. It was doing something different, and we would get better. And you got to practice different stuff like shading, realism or stylism. You know, you can make it your own style. Like, you know, I obviously like to draw my stuff very realistic, but I had some friends in those classes that didn't, and so they kind of did it their own style. And you know, even though that wasn't the assignment, you know, they weren't told that's not right, because they were still, you know, expressing and creating while doing the assignment. You know, they were experimenting, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And it was exciting. It was so cool to watch, because it's not how I did it. And I would watch how they were doing it, and it's like, just a whole different world. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. You know, it's just fantastic to get to be a part of something like that. See, and I don't even know what's going on with the hand, so I'm just trying to draw some kind of, like, maybe it might look like this kind of scenario, you know? If nothing else, like I said, I just want to get in some cool practice at something I normally don't do. Trying to like build a hand as well. That's the other part of trying out something different like this. Trying to see if I can make a hand in the feathers and still make it, you know, look like a wing. So that's kind of what I'm talking about, how you always try to do different stuff and see where you can take you. So I think I'm good with that. I like that. So let me erase some of these sketch lines and we'll welcome everybody that skipped. But I want my Sharpie to stand out, not the pencil lines. So I'm just going to get rid of the sketch lines. Now, when I first started drawing, when I first started throwing lines down, they were very light, faint sketch lines because I wanted to see the placement, the rough idea of where it was going to go, right? As I got more confident, I'd press harder, and those lines, it's going to take more to erase. Whereas the sketch lines disappear pretty fast while I'm erasing. So, if I lightly erase, I'm getting rid of the sketchiness and I'm sticking with confidence. And that's what I'm going to try to teach you is follow your confidence, get rid of your sketchiness. You know, and that's how you live your life and get better. All right, I think let's get going. I'm ready to go. I can see where I want to go, but enough is erased that I won't take over the Sharpie portion or the Sharpie, the ink. So let's welcome everybody that skipped. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen. Mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point. You can find things that the fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased the majority of my sketch lines, but left enough to guide me. So I'm going to start with the Sharpie pen because I can control the line width much better and just dig in. So I'm going to start off with the eye and then go from here. Good. Pupil. And normally I don't do that. Normally I just draw the top of it, but I've got enough room here that I can actually do a few more little things because it's bigger. Normally it's not. There we go. I'm kind of stylizing it too. I'm kind of making it my own. So it's not exactly like REVALI, how do you say his name? I'm making it my own. Okay, so for his nose, I'm gonna kind of do something like this. For the beak, I guess. Not really a nose, is it? Oh, and also I'm gonna start to thicken up the outer edges too, because when I switch over to the big Sharpie, this one, you're gonna see a huge difference in line width. So try to make up for that by what's about to happen. I mean, by what I'm doing for what's about to happen. Okay. Now, if you're working with pencil, you don't have to do this. I'm just showing you what I do, or explaining to you why I do it. Okay? All right, so the top of his head is going to kind of come back this way. Again, I'm thickening it up. Again, you don't have to do this, because this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, we'll meet somewhere in between. Could have been a little higher with that eye, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. So let's make some feathered face hairs to try to see if we can capture his look. Oof. Okay, let's see. So I'm gonna add some more detail in a second. I just wanted to take it here and then capture what I was doing. And now there's another layer like that, but I think I want to do that with color. I think right now I'm just establishing his initial outline and shape, and then I'll let color kind of define a few things and help us to, you know, kind of make that cool REVALI look. Again, am I saying it right? REVALI? REVALI? REVALI. There you go, something like that. So I think, let's see. Oh, you know what? He does have some braids and stuff. I completely forgot about those. Let me see if I can do that real fast. Let's just kind of do, I'm going to do this and then add some stuff onto it, because I don't think I have time to draw every single little hair. Because normally I try to do the zigzaggity technique, which if you'd like to see, you can get in there and look at my past videos and see what I do. I've got a whole style for it, but again, I kind of don't have time for it on this one. So we're just going to kind of, not really fake it, but just kind of make it look like that for some braids. Okay, I'm going to do another one down here like this. Kind of like this. And again, I'm also like not doing it like that because I want to kind of guide it to look a certain way, or to follow a path. This, and he's got a bunch, but we're just going to do a few. And see, that's the other reason too, is because I don't also have as much time as I want to add a whole bunch of cool braids. There you go. There's a couple more back there, but I think we're good. Well, I'll tell you what, here's what we can do. We can do a couple like this. That way we'll say it's in the background. But see, it's going to start to get messy. It's going to get really busy, is what I'm trying to say. So I think we're good there. That's good there. So we're switching over to the other Sharpie, the big Sharpie fine point, and get going with this. So I'm going to draw his neck. See how thick this is? That's why I was saying I was trying to get a little thicker and match the look because of the way it's gonna look. Okay, so I'm gonna draw his little kerchief. I'm gonna go ahead and knot it up right here. That. See, I know it's kind of bigger than this, but I think I wanted to keep it, you know, a little more simple, a little more controlled, I guess is the word I'm going for. because there's so much on him that I gotta try to wrangle this in somehow. Okay, so for his what do you call it? His shoulder piece. Let's do that here. Like that, and I'll add the detail of it with just some feathers with the smaller Sharpie like this. Like that. Okay, so back to this. So I'm gonna draw his other, and this is where it gets confusing. Like, are these feathers? Like, what is this that's hanging down, you know? This other ornate, like, feather type thing that's coming off his shoulder piece. Again, let's do some cool stuff in there, but we'll do that with color, so I'm not going to worry about that. I guess I can draw his arm out here now, since that has got a stop point. So I'm going to say his shoulder, this to his bicep, and I've got his his arm bent up like this. So I'm going to try to draw like a hand inside there as well with the feathers. So we're going to say that these fingers are feathers. Now, there's more in here, so that's why I'm trying to come up with, like, okay, if we did his arm coming down like this, and then we're gonna do a feather like this, then another one. Oh, you know what I want to do? You know what I want to do? So I remember there's another one. It's kind of like this. And then there's a few more like this. So see, we still kind of made it look like a wing, but there's feathers built in for fingers. So something like that. I'm going to do more with color. I'm just kind of establishing a few little lines here for what we're going to do. There you go. All right, so let's do this one over here, and this one's going to be more up. So let's draw his chest plate here. Just kind of covered up by his kerchief. Something like this. All right. Let's see, his arm or his sleeve is going to go in like this. It's a good stop point, so that means I can go ahead and draw the rest now. That's kind of what I was going for, is just give myself enough room to have places to end, you know. Okay. Oh, I gotta do that one too, huh? That little crazy little. That little hanging feather, hanging wing, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing here, but just at a different angle. So I'm gonna bring that arm in like this. It's bent, so we're getting kind of a very drastic foreshortened look. Okay, so we're gonna say that if this is his thumb, these are his fingers, which again, they're wings. But again, we're kind of making up this whole foreshortened feathered wing look. So it's almost like you can't tell what's fingers, what's feathers, and we're just kind of playing around with that. Let me close off a few things I didn't close off here. That. And that'll help us just define a few things. Okay, I'm gonna bring that over. And there you go. So there's that arm. All right. So now we're just gonna draw the rest of his armor on the way down. So he's got his shirt on here. It's kind of split open like that. And then his waist, but he's got a belt. For some reason, a floating belt, I don't know. Go. Okay, so down to his other belt, his pants belt. That was his stomach belt. This is his waist belt. I'm making all this up. Please don't take this into law and tell me if I'm wrong or right. Look, I'm just being silly while I'm drawing. That's all it really is. All right, so he's got like a skirt type kind of thing on. Looks like another layer to it, kind of like this. So I'm just going to follow that line parallel to it because I wanted to add this, just like a little highlight. And I like doing stuff like this with the smaller Sharpie because it's a nice complement, a nice contrast to the thick and thin. See how nice it looks with the thick versus thin? Pretty cool. All right, so his big old legs. Pants like that. Same thing here. Looks good. Okay. Oh, you know what? Let's do this too. I see a little bit of detail like that, just to break up the look. The negative space, you know, because it's going to be taken care of with color, but I like some kind of, breaking up the negative space to mix it up a little bit. All right. Okay, so I'm going to draw his legs, and it looks like he's got boots on, so I'm going to kind of come up here and do one of these. Let me do it here too before I forget. Just another level is all it really is. It's not like it's 100% changes anything. It's just almost like wearing a sock. Kind of that look to it. It doesn't really stand out except for the ends, you know. All right, so he's got his old bird feet. I'm gonna come down here with his heel, and here to his toe. Hook that toe, bird toe. When he's on a boat, it's his row bird toe. All right, so other foot down. Draw the toe like this. Okay, let me add a little extra detail there, just to make it unique. Okay. All right, so there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is REVALI from Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity. So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.